Hello, everyone, and welcome to LaunchPad 21. This is our interview series where we talk with professionals about what they're seeing launch in the industry in 2021. I'm Judith Peterson, CMO of Cerulean Sky, and today we have on Ginger Hundgen, who is an experienced data analytics and disruptive technology professional. Welcome, Ginger.
Hi, pleasure to be here.
So Ginger, from your perspective and in your world, what are you seeing companies launch this year?
I am seeing quite a bit of digital tools being launched this year. And digital tools are not a new thing to the industry, but I think the expectation of those digital tools have changed. With everything that happened in 2020, companies are turned upside down. Their old predictive models no longer work. And they need to be more responsive versus forecasting out, say, a quarter or a year. They need to be able to forecast out at least a month. And so with these data tools, I'm finding that we're needing to develop things that are more market sensitive and event sensitive. And so responding to that, and then also doing a little bit of the analytics heavy lifting, right? So it's not just enough to show the data real time. There needs to be a little bit a data story told for it to be effective for leadership.
So that there was a lot in that answer. Why don't you unpack that a bit for us and talk to us about how you advise clients who are trying to take this proactive approach? Because I sense that what you're talking about are these disruptive technologies and these insights and how they're packaged and bringing them to market. So how do you advise or help clients in those types of projects and scenarios?
I think the key is just finding, being willing to make the investment and then finding the talent to do it. And often the C-level people who are making the high-level business decisions might not speak the same language technology-wise as those data scientists, software engineers, those developers on the project. And then really my position is to kind of serve as a bridge, right? So understanding the broader company vision and the goal that's trying to achieve, which in my mind is to be less reactive and more planning and understanding what's actually going on versus the developers, data scientists who are more wanting product tool focused. And so by working with the C-level, the C-suite decision makers, we're putting it into a package and something that can be realized within a certain amount of time and staying within scope. We want to build a sailboat, not a yacht, and sometimes we only have time to build the sailboat.
And I would imagine a lot of what you're talking about, it is going to be the firm's competitive advantage, whatever you're developing. So those scope and timetables, I think, are crucial. It's interesting the way that you just described the two sides of the equation. From your perspective, because you are in that role, what kind of advice would you give someone who's starting their career as either a data scientist or a software engineer?
Judith, I think the market has changed. 2020 changed how we recruit. 2020 changed how you search for a job. With the majority of jobs going virtual, there's an opportunity for there to be a larger candidate pool. And so people really young, people just entering the industry need to differentiate themselves by not only having the skill set, so understanding the data science tools, having those communication skills, but also understanding a vertical. So what I mean by that, say, transportation, art, agriculture, finance, HR, those sorts of things, having the skill set and pairing that with a vertical skill. It really, I think that's where you stand out and make yourself the number one candidate for the position that you're applying for.
What I like about what you said is it dovetails actually with how you have differentiated yourself, knowing how great you are at your job, that to understand the underlying business issues, right? and how whatever it is that you're doing aligns with that underlying business issue. I think that's incredible career advice. Well, thank you for joining us today, Ginger. Great conversation, and for anyone that gets to work with you, I know that they really get to benefit both sides of that equation. So have a great 2021, everyone, and thank you.
Take care.